Hello, 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 everybody. There it is. Hi. So my name is Eve. This is Eve's Creations Paint Party, and tonight is City Lights. What? It's Friday night. I gotta, hold on. Wait a minute. All right. Hold on. Let me, all right, let's see there. Nope, that was worse. Oh well, I'll deal with that in a second. Hello, everybody. Hi. So say hello if you're painting with me tonight. Let me know if anyone's painting with me tonight. Of course, we have to give props to you know who. There he is. Getting some scratches in. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, hitting the spot. Oh yeah. I better say hi to your fans. All right, let me show you my handy dandy table. All right, and we'll get things started. So, let's see, we have Big Boy. He is a 1-inch flat. We have, let's see what else we got here. We got Mini Me. He looks just like Big Boy, except he's tiny, so he is a small shader. We have Mr. Nifty in the house, of course. I send him out free to whoever gives support. And we have Tiny in the house, which is a small round for details. Paint this evening is always the same colors. White, blue, red, black, and yellow. When you clean your brushes, you want to swirl, you want to tap, you want to dab on your paper towel in the direction of your bristles, and you want them to be wet but not dripping. So, say hello if you're painting with me tonight. Of course, we have to get roll call. We got to get roll call in the books. I'm not seeing anybody's comments. Oh, there they are. Found them. Oh my goodness gracious, I can't. All right, now we can scroll. All right, Kelly is here. Hello, Kelly. How are you doing, sweetheart? So let me write Kelly down. And we got Tina B in the house. Hello, doll. Hello, sweetie. And then there is Britton is hanging out with us tonight. Hello, Britton. How are you, dollface? And we've got Rochelle in the building. Rochelle's hanging out with us tonight. You're going to catch the replay. Sounds good. Joan is here. Hello, Joan. How you doing? Amanda is here. Hello, Amanda. We got Helen in the house. What? Hello, Helen. How are you doing? Carolyn, I got you this time. I see you and I got you. Hello, Carolyn. Patricia's hanging out with us tonight. What's up, Patricia? I hope everything is well. Kelly says she's great. Britton says she's great. Jocelyn hanging out with us tonight. Hello, Jocelyn. You're in Quebec. Oh, that is so amazing. Everybody give a warm Eve's Creations welcome to Jocelyn in the house. Welcome, dollface. And we got Brenda. And I think I hit the end. Diane is hanging out with us. Diane is still on her flowers. Chai is here. You're a watcher tonight. That's all right. We got lots of watchers. We got creepers. We got painters. We got all sorts of people hanging out with us tonight. So everybody giving a warm welcome to Jocelyn. And Debbie found me. Debbie, you found me. Here I am. Hello, Panda Pants. What's up, doll? Cindy's hanging out with us tonight. I missed you too, Panda. Where you been? Kelly's painting tonight. Oh, yeah. We're going to do some ketchup and mustard and Who Wants a Hamburger with Kelly tonight. Yes, we are. That's for sure. That is for sure. So, I'm going to play with my music over here. I don't know. YouTube totally deleted my playlist, so I don't know what's gonna happen. Alright, I'm gonna put you guys in your handy dandy holder and go over a few things with you. Okay, so I am working on a 16 by 20 canvas. Dee Dee's hanging out with us. Hello, Dee Dee. Everybody give a warm Eve's Creations family welcome to Dee Dee in the house. Oh yeah. West Virginia. Okay, so I am working on a 16 by 20, 16 this way, 20 straight up and down. If you're working on something different, a different size, whatever you're working on, as long as you're in the general area of the canvas that I am in, you will be fine. Yeah, 6,000%. I cannot show you both at once what I'm working on and the finished product. So if you need to, if you need a reference, take your screenshot, okay? So take your screenshot. So if you need to reference the original, I will pull it back into frame. And your husband is a bridge inspector, so this is great. Oh, that's amazing, Kelly. That's really cool, keeping us safe. That's awesome. I'm not a fan of bridges. Nope, I get anxiety with bridges. I would not be driving over this thing. Would not happen. Welcome to getting older. I'm older. I'm not old. I'm older. Christine coming in with an entrance. Thank you so much, Christine, for the stars. Hello, 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 doll. So those of you who don't know, stars is enabled. It's a way to send support. You guys keep the lights on. So, thank you in advance. And on my end, the stars are about a penny each. I think they cost you a little bit more money. I'm not really sure. They're always changing things, but I really, really, really do appreciate that. I also have, let me do this now so I don't have to do it later. Pushing buttons. All right, so let's see. I also have Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. All right, so we have Cash App, bam, and Venmo. Venmo is in the house. Let me find Venmo. All right, there's Venmo, and let me find PayPal. Let me find PayPal. If this thing lets me find, there it is. PayPal is in the house. Where are you? PayPal, okay. All of my replays are always available on my page and on my YouTube. Please subscribe to the YouTube. You will have access to every single video I have ever done over the past 1.5, 2 years I've been doing this. So, 6,000%. There is my YouTube channel. Debbie hanging out, coming in with the stars. Hello, 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 Debbie. Thank you so much. And let's see, make sure your painting passes inspection. Right, Diane? I don't know. Do I pass inspection? That's the question. Do I pass inspection? I don't know about that. Oh, speaking of which, all of my videos are kid-friendly, so I'm going to try to watch this thing, and you guys try to watch your comments, and you'll be all set. That's right, Tina B. I do have the contest running for the month of April. So if you send me a minimum of $3 and you message me, private message me on the top of my page, name, how you sent support, your address, you will be in the running to win a free brush set. So 6,000%. Don't forget to do that for yourselves. So big contest for September. At the end of September, all the nifties will be going out and the contest winner will be picked. So get your hands on a free brush set. It's the same brushes that I've used for every single video I've ever done. So you will have the exact supplies that I've been using this whole entire time. All right, so there's all my commercials. There is all my commercials. All right, 6,000%. We're done with the commercials. I got roll call under control here, right? I think the music's doing whatever it's doing. Let's do a little bit of a cheers moment here. Hello, 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 Jill. How are you doing, sweetie? Flicky-doo. Flicky-doo. There's going to be some flicky-doos tonight. I was going to say something. I forgot what it was. Oh, those of you following my make-em-ups journey, I went with makeup, no makeup kind of thing, which when you go with makeup, no makeup kind of look, you're still wearing a lot of makeup. You're still wearing a lot of makeup. Hello, 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 Corinne. How are you doing, Dollface? So those of you following my make-em-ups adventure, there you go. Thank you so much for the stars, Dee Dee. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. All right, so let's get to painting. If there's a comment and it's meant for me and I miss you, thank you, Kelly. 6,000%. Cheers, y'all. You can write it in caps, so I catch it better. Don't, don't flood my thing with caps, because then that trick's not going to work. But if there's something specifically for me, because I'm looking that way sometimes, so I miss things. A lot of people on here have been part of the fam for a really long time, so they could probably answer you too, and just rewrite it again if I miss you. All right, guys. So I don't want anybody to feel left out. Thanks, Tina. I'm learning. You like the makeup, no makeup look, right? So very soft, little soft touches. But yeah, I'm learning. It's fun. It's it's something to do. It helps with my anxiety. That's what it does. Thank you so much, Patricia. You love the makeup, no makeup look, right? I'm digging it. Corinne's with the stars. Hello, Corinne. Thank you so much, Dollface. Thank you. Cheers. Kelly with the stars. Oh my goodness, guys, I didn't even start painting yet. You love me. You really do. You like me. All right, so anyway, let's paint. All right, that's what I'm here for. I can literally just stand here and talk to you guys all night long, but I'm actually supposed to be doing something, so let's start painting. I could just hang out and chat with you for the next 2 hours and not do a thing, but we kind of have to paint, right? So we're going to start off with white and blue and some black. White, blue, and black. Okay, get that on there. And Eve, go soft so you don't wind up flicking that whole blob of paint everywhere. Alright, so as you're doing the background, the sky is straight up and down. Alright, you want to put it on a nice thin coat. Okay, no globby globs, because you want this to dry to be able to do the other layers on top of it. And if you put this on too thick, you're going to wind up not having it dry, and then you're going to wind up with big mushy messes. So we don't want that going on. Alright, so blue, white, and black. That's all I'm grabbing. I'm going straight up and down. I'm sticking and moving, right, because I like the separation of color. If you want to be have it be more blended and muted, you just keep painting over it. Again, if you see me, I'm going over this a few times. Here, there, not everywhere. I'm just doing a quick pull to get all the globs off. Okay, so did you hear that, Kelly? Nice and thin. Oh, excuse me. Nice and thin. Nice and thin with your paint there, baby doll. All right, so, and we're just going up and down. We're going up and down a little bit past halfway. A little bit past the halfway mark. All right, those of you who've chimed in on Tuesday, you might have a head start, right? Because Tuesday I did City Skyline, even though... Oh, and just to let you guys know, those of you that were here Tuesday, you saw what a mess I had with the internet. I checked everything before I popped on. So let's say a prayer to the internet gods, and hopefully everything stays put tonight, and we could do this without stressing Eve out. That would be really nice. If we could get this done without me stressing out, I'd really appreciate that, man upstairs. So, but, it's up to him. I don't have any power or control over it. So, if the lights want to go out, you're a watcher tonight. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm kicking the stand. Earthquake. Sorry, guys. I was just kicking you guys. I was kicking you guys. I was giving you guys the boot. So 6,000%. Turn around, and hopefully everything stays in working order tonight. So I do apologize for that on Tuesday, and I did get as much as I possibly could show you guys with all the difficulties. So some of you might actually have a head start on this. I believe Carolyn does. Because we did City Skyline on Tuesday. Those of you who don't, that's okay. That's all right. I'm going to go over everything. So if you didn't do the head start, that's okay, because I'm still going to go over everything tonight. Thank you so much for sharing, Kelly. Thank you. All right, so the bottom, All right, the bottom is going to go straight across. All right, so the bottom, you're doing the same set of colors, blue, white, and black. And the skyline, I get this is halfway. It's a little bit below halfway. So you want to swoop your line across. Whoop, doo, 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 doo. And then we're going to start going sideways. All right? And this doesn't have to be any sort of way. You're just kind of changing the direction of your brush strokes. That's all you're doing. You're just changing the direction of your brush strokes. And the majority of this is going to be covered up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We're just filling in canvas right now. That is all we're doing. That is all we're doing. All right, 6,000%. So your line, you guys find your center. Find your center, woosah. Whew. Let's find our center. Okay, right about there, and you're going to go underneath it. All right, you're going to go underneath it with the horizontal across. Hello, 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 Katie. What am I painting tonight? Where you been, doll? I am painting city lights, my friends. City lights. That's what we're painting tonight. Oh, yeah, 6,000%. And don't be scared, Joan. You can do this. You can do this. Don't be scared. Joan, who is on here, guys, you guys got to give her some emotional support. She's been stressing this painting for a week now. Maybe even longer. So everybody send some emotional support to Miss Joan, because she's a rock star and she can do this. You can all do this. Hello, 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 Darlene. Oh, it's all good, Katie. I was just playing with you. I was just playing with you, honey. Susan is here. Hello, 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 Susan. How you doing, Dolphies? So I was just teasing you. I was just teasing you a little bit. Of course, I'll show you what I'm working on. Oh, and I know all about the forgetting. I have some serious CRS. I really do. And I'll start the beginning. It's can't remember, and you could fill in the yes accordingly. So I suffer from Katie, is this the first night of painting? I don't understand that question. This first night of painting this painting? Yeah, it's all done in one night, doll. I did a how-to on Tuesday for the skyline, but if you didn't get that, that's okay. It was a how-to. It was a little bit of a head start for people to put their skyline in, but it's all right if you didn't do that. It's all good. All right, now that we have, you were painting pumpkins today? Oh, yeah, right? It's pumpkin season, guys. Yes. Yes, I should know that with the Halloween. You guys excited for the clowns? I'm excited for the clowns. All right, so I'm going to wipe off Big Boy. I'm just going to wipe him off, get the globs off of him. And we're going to start with the scariest part first. That's what we're going to do. All right, and while my paint is still wet, we're going to do this. Oh, Debbie, yes, Debbie. Healing prayers to Debbie, everybody. Healing wishes to Debbie. Thank you so much for the stars, Debbie. So while my paint is still wet, you can do this, and if you kind of screwed it up, then you could always blend it out. So I'm going right into black paint, people. We're going right into black paint. And you're going to come over here, right where your sky and your, where your brush stroke changed, right here. Okay, you're going to come right over there, and you're going to grab black paint. You're going to shake it out. Pumpkin lattes are the best. I like pumpkin spice. I'm one of those pumpkin spice people, 6,000%. I'm like pumpkin everything. I even have pumpkin creamer in my coffee right now. You're going to shake it out, guys. Shake it out. Don't stress it. You can do this. 6,000%. No worries. If you screw it up, you can always blend it out. Ready? We're swooping, baby. So I am going to move my arm. All right, I'm going to start over here. And we're just going to swoop right across the sky. You ready? Bam! There it is. There it is. Right there. Right there. There it is. Just like that. Boom. right across the sky. Right across the sky. And once you got that line in, you could just grab some more paint and you could just make it a little thicker for yourself. If you landed a little high, make it thicker going down. Make it thicker going down. If you landed a little low, make it thicker going up. Alright? Make it thicker going up. So, we're going to have this part be the thickest. We're going to have that part be the thickest. Okay? And then, you're going to get thinner as you get over here. Alright? So, that part's the thickest. And then you want it to get thinner as you get over to the side that's over here. And it's alright if your background's mixing in. It doesn't matter. We are just putting in the arch. That's all we're doing. We're going to paint this a few times. We got things to add to it. We're not going to worry about it. We're going to stop playing with it. Stop playing with it, Eve. And there you go. You guys did it. You guys did it. See, I know you could do it. I knew you could do it. Alright. Once you have that into place, you're going to turn around and grab more black paint. And you're going to do the same shape on the bottom. Okay, so you're going to start over here, nice and thin, and you're going to go swoop on the bottom. And when you do this swoop, you just want to make sure that, right, when you put your pillars in, you have room from the bottom to put your pillar in, okay? So your swoop for the bottom should land about that much from the bottom of your canvas there. And if you went too low, that's all right. Just blend. See, look at me. I'm blending. Look at that. Look, it's gone. You can just blend it out. It's all good. You don't have to stress any of that. All right? And then you can just shoop it back in if you need to make sure it hits from being on the bottom. Okay? All you want to do. All right? And this part, okay, this part is just as thick as that, and then you get thinner as you work your way over to this point. Alright, so let's put this in. My paint's really wet, like really, really, really wet, so it's just blending out, but that's okay. That's alright. We can totally work with that, because we're going to be adding stuff to it later. So I'm very lightly putting the black in here so you can see what I did, but I'm not stressing it. I'm not stressing it. So I'm using like the lightest touch you've ever seen in your life just to get the color in here so you guys can see it. Alright, 6,000%. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to wipe off Big Boy. We're going to grab more black paint. We're going to grab more black paint. We're going to hold our brush back here. And we're going to be doing this line again, so don't stress it. You're going to go right across where your two things change brush strokes. So you're going to just pull this right across. Just like that. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Faster you go, straighter it'll be. If you can't do horizontal too much, flip your canvas and do it vertically. Flip your canvas and do it vertically. All right. Woo! Hard part's done, people. We did it. The rest is all gravy, man. I like gravy. It's almost gravy time. Thanksgiving with mashed potatoes and stuffing and gravy. Oh. Right? It's only September, Eve. Slow it down a bit. Slow it down. All right, you guys did the hard part. It's over. It's done with. You did it. 6,000%. The rest of this is easy peasy lemon squeezy, guys. You got this. You got this. So, turn around and stop playing with it. Don't play with it too much. The more you play with it, the bigger it's going to get. So we're going to be playing with this, adding things. So the more you play with it, the bigger it's going to get. So don't play with it anymore. Don't play with it anymore. Alright? Just a little schmoozing here and there. 6,000%. Alright, I'm going to do some roll call. Whoo! We're going to woosah that move out. and we're going to start painting the city. All right, Kelly is in the house. Tina B, Britton, Rochelle, Joan, Amanda, Helen, Carolyn, Patricia, Jocelyn, Brenda, Diane, Chai is here. Debbie, Panda, Cindy, Panda, I miss you, Cindy, and Dee Dee is hanging out with us. Christine, Jill, Corinne, Darlene, Katie, and Susan in the house. Oh, yeah. Oh, hi, Ishel. Welcome to the fam. April's here. Hi, April. Hello, doll. And Ishel is here. Hello, hello, hello. So we got April. We got Ishel. I hope I'm saying that, sweetheart. Hope I'm saying that correct. Sheila. Sheila's hanging out with us. We got Sheila hanging out with us. Yes, 6,000%. All right, everybody give a warm Eve's Creations welcome to Ishel. I hope I'm saying that right, doll. I'm the biggest name botcher you ever want to meet. All right, now that we have that done, we're going to do our squares. All right, so we're going to do our city skyline, all these little squares. Okay, so get out your flat brushes. Get out your flat brushes. All right, I'm going to start off with Big Boy. I'm going to start off with Big Boy. I'm going to swirl, tap, dab, Big Boy. Sheena's hanging out with us. Hello, 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 Sheena. How you doing, Dollface? So I'm going to start off with Big Boy, and then I'm going to switch to Mini-Me to fix my edges. Right? So that's what we're going to do. And all of this is muted colors. So if your background's still a little wet, that's all right. Will there be a replay? Absolutely, Dale. Always, always available on my page and always available on my YouTube channel. 6,000%. It's hip to be square. Yes. I like that song. All right, I'm grabbing white. Big Boy's nice and cleaned and nice and straight and flat. I'm grabbing white. I'm grabbing blue. I'm going to grab some red. Okay. Can you take Chad off the canvas to see? You can, Ishel. Marie is here. Hello, Marie. You can. Ladies, tell Ishel how to get the comments off. Tell, somebody explain to Ishel how to get the comments off. I don't know. I think you swipe one way or the other and the comments disappear. I'm not really sure. All right, squares, guys. Right? I'm just pulling. I'm just pulling with Big Boy. Put some here, put some there. Am I going to copy the exact skyline I did? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And are you going to wind up painting where your black is? Absolutely. Is that okay? 6,000%. So we can put it in later. Okay. Doing good, nursing baby. Aw, you got a little one. You got a little one. Hello, 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 Sheena. Yep, that's why the replays are always available. All right, and then when I put that there, I'm going to take very little, there's hardly any paint on the tip of my brush, and I'm just going to pull down. I'm just going to pull down this way. Right? We're not worrying about any of this. Most of this is going to get covered up, so don't stress it. All right, now I'm going to wipe off my brush, and I have to get more black paint, and we're going to do some gray ones, right? Do a little couple of gray pieces going on. Okay, so going to grab white. I'm going to grab black. I'm going to grab a smidge of blue, right? And I'm going to do a little dab. Okay, and then we'll put some gray ones in here. Right, here, there, wherever you want your background buildings to be or look like. We're not stressing any of this. It's just the hint of skyline in the background. All right, throw some color down in here. Right, very little paint on my brush. It doesn't matter, because we're going to cover that all up. I'm going to wipe my brush off really, really, really good. Get them nice and dried off and no paint globs on them. And I'm just going to softly Swipe this way to soften all that out. Now, could you grab a different brush, like one of your dry ones in your jar? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, that's all up to you. Alright, so we got the buildings in the back. Now I'm going to grab Mini-Me. I'm going to grab Mini-Me, and I'm going to put some tall, really tall ones in there. So I'm going to grab my red, and I'm going to grab my white, and I'm using Mini-Me now. I'm going to do a little smush right here. And we're going to go in, and let's make this guy really tall. So I'm moving my hand, not the brush. Right? Just pulling straight lines down. Faster you go, straighter they're going to be. Okay, I'm not worried about the bottom because I'm going to cover that with another building. So we have a tall guy right there. Wiping my brush off, grabbing some white, grabbing some black. Smush, smush. Right, grabbing a little bit more white. Smush, smush. And let's put another tall guy right here. Right, there's another tall one in the background right there. So wherever you guys want your little tall buildings to be, did I follow what I did on the original? Absolutely not. Right? Absolutely not. So do you have to follow what I'm doing? Absolutely not. 6,000%. You do not have to follow what I'm doing. Alright, and move my hand, not the brush, drop it down, get another tall guy back there. Alright, you do not have to follow what I'm doing. Alright, now I'm going to do the buildings that are in front of there, so you want your colors to be a little more bright. So you're just going to add more white to your blues, reds, blacks. So you have all these colors on here. You're going to make some purples, blue and red and white. You're going to make grays. You're going to make some steel gray, adding the blue. So this whole section of your palette, 6,000%, just play. You're just playing, grabbing white paint, grabbing some of your colors, coming in, right? Just add more white to them, and you're going to drop your buildings that are in the front. You're going to drop your buildings that are in the front, and then once you paint that building that's in the front, and is it going to mix with the colors in the back? Absolutely. Are we mad at that? Absolutely not. All right, I got that guy. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to go from the bottom of my building, and I'm going to do the same exact height. I'm going to do the same exact height. Now, there is hardly any paint on my brush right now. Hardly any at all. All right, and then we're going to go whoop, like this, soften it out. Just like that. 6,000%. All right, so you're just going to grab, now I'm grabbing a lot of white and a lot of red. Come in here. Whoop, put another building in that's in the front. Okay, drop it in. We're not worried about sides right now. We're not worried about anything. Okay, very light touch. I'm going to follow the exact same shape. Very little paint. Smush that in. Take my finger down and across. Alright, wipe my brush off, and you're just going to do this across your style line. That's all you're going to do. That's all you're going to do. Just keep mixing colors and put these buildings in front of the other ones. Okay, in front of the other ones. So now I grab some white and blue, dropping this guy in. I'm going to do the exact same shape, same size, same everything, with very little paint on my brush. Okay, put that in. Pull up my finger down, pull across. Alright, that's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, guys. All the way across. All the way across. Alright, I'm going to throw some big ones in here just to fill this in. You guys can make your buildings any size you want, but I'm going to throw some big ones in just for this purpose of time. Just for the purpose of time, I'm going to do my buildings a little on the large side. that in. Very little paint. Down. Across. Okay. So, grabbing white, grabbing blue, grabbing black. Come in here. Drop one right there. Alright, so you guys get the idea. You get the idea. Alright, so. Okay, and you just want to add a little more white to your colors, that's all. You just want to add a little more white to your colors so they're a little brighter than the buildings in the back. That's all you want to do. That's all you want to do. $6,000%. I forgot to drop it down. I forgot to drop it down. It's alright. I'll drop it down now. It doesn't matter. It's just, right? Pull down with your finger, pull across. Down with your finger. If you got a lot of paint on there, switch fingers, wipe them off, and across. Alright. There you go. Where's the light source? The buildings themselves? Hello, Gloria. How you doing, sweetie? The light, all the lights, yeah, pretty much. The buildings themselves, the bridge. So it's pretty much, there's no, we don't have to worry. We're going to do the sides of the buildings and stuff. I'm going to show you how. So basically, the lightest part is the front of the buildings. Okay, and then the sides are going to be darker, April. I got to write Gloria down. Okay, so the front of your buildings are going to be the lightest, and the sides of your buildings are going to be darker. Okay, so 6,000%. And that being said, now I'm going to grab Tiny, and you want to add some black with some of those colors you made before. Right? So now you just want to kind of match up your color from before, make it a little darker. And you come in here and you just, you guys can't see that. I'm going to grab a lot of black. So, but you just make a darker version of the building. And using your tiny brush, you can drop in the sides of your buildings. Okay? So you just want a darker version of the colors you used before. Right? Mixing your reds and your blues and your whatnots. And I'm going to do mine close to black so you guys can see it. But you don't have to go as stark. You don't have to go as dark if you don't want to. So I'm holding my tiny brush like a pencil. And I am just adding the sides to the buildings. Now, do they all have to be on the same side? No. They don't have to be on the same side. Doesn't have to be that way. Not at all. Okay? So, as I'm painting other things, if you're waiting for me, you can turn around and play with this all you want. And I'm, you know, if you see me, I'm doing the same exact process. Right? I'm doing the same exact process for the reflection. Just a couple little dabs and then with the finger. And some of them aren't going to have sides, which is fine. Like I said, you just want to do a darker version of the building. I'm doing mine in black so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so it is completely up to you. You're just putting these lines in next to your building as a darker color. That's all you're doing. All you're doing. Hi Becky, how you doing, sweetheart? Okay, so as I'm instructing something else, you guys can play with this. I'm going to give you a close-up of what I did. Close-up. Alright. Close up. Like I said, I did black but you guys just do a darker than your building. I did black so you guys can see it. But you're just adding these lines in on the sides of your buildings. That's all you're doing. You're just adding these lines in on the sides of your buildings. They don't have to be all on the same side. And that is going to add the sides to your buildings. Okay? 6,000%. So you guys can detail that out as much as your little heart desires. Alright? As much as your little heart desires. Okay. So, we're going to go into big boy, and we're going to go into black paint, and we're going to put in the pieces of the bridge. We're going to put in the pieces to the bridge. Alright? So, big boy's nice and clean. I'm grabbing black paint. We're holding back here. We're going to go very quickly. Alright, so right where you put this section over here, you're going to draw a line over it. You're going to draw a line over it. Okay, so right where you put that. Nice, Penny, you're working at a fair right now? That's cool. You're going to put the line over where your little dark shadow is. And then you're going to start from the top, right off your canvas. Thin black paint. Hold your paintbrush back here. Faster you go, straighter it'll be. Boom. Right? There's one line. And yes, mine's crooked. I am painting from the side, so my stuff doesn't always come out straight. That is my disclaimer right there. I'm going with that. All right, next line, right to this point over here. Okay, if you made it too short, if these are going to be too close together, you can always make this piece bigger. Right? You can always make this piece bigger. So if this is not enough room, make this piece bigger for yourself. Okay? Black paint. That's where I'm going. This is where I'm starting. Bam. There it is. There it is, right there. Right there. Okay. Now, I'm going to wipe off Big Boy. I'm wiping them off. I'm getting a nice thin edge on them. If you have to use a smaller brush, that's fine. I'm coming over here. I'm going to do my line across. Right? So, but this one's going to be not above the shadow. It's going to be in the shadow. Okay, so I'm going to do my line across. Right? And you want to leave room for the next piece over here too. So you're going to do your line across here. This is going to be smaller. Smaller than the first one. Smaller. Nice thin flat paint on your brush because this is going to be thinner. It's not disappearing off the top of the canvas. It's going right about here. This is where I'm going. Faster you go, straighter it'll be. Just faster you go, straighter it will be. Alright, just swoof. Oops, see? I hesitated and I got a little crookedy. That's alright. I'm just going to go over it a little bit. I'm not going to play with it too much. Don't play with it too much, Eve, because it's going to become too thick. So don't play with it too much. Match those up. Bam. There we go. Ha ha! Oh goodness, that is so crooked. That's okay. Alright, you're going to zigzag zoom this piece out. You're going to zigzag zoom this piece out. Alright. Alright, last one, I swear, you can do this. Alright, so So we're right where the two meet. Thank you so much for the stars, Penny. We're right where these guys meet, right here. All right, put your little horizontal line in. Okay. This is smaller and thinner than the rest. So if you got to move to a thinner brush, okay. All right, dropping it in. Bam. There's one. And bam, here's two. There it is. All right, we're going to zigzag zoom this piece out. Zigzag zoom this piece out. All right, because they are behind our bridge. Darken the piece that's in front of the bridge. All right, these guys are behind the bridge, so you're not going to see them. Da, 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 da. Just like that. Okay, now. Hello, 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 Jinsey. Hello, 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 Becky. Bye, Becky. See you soon, honey. Hi, Jinsey. Oh, we need healing prayers and wishes for Jinsey, everybody. Healing prayers and wishes for Jinsey. Mwah. All right, so once you have those in, and I'm owning it. It's crooked. I'm owning it. No one's going to even notice. By the time I put all the lights on this thing, no one's going to notice. Okay? I'm grabbing black. I'm grabbing white. I'm going to put my blocks in. Alright, putting in my blocks. Alright, doing the reflection of the block. Alright, very little paint on my brush. Very little paint. Hardly any paint on my brush at all. Okay, let's do the next block. All the way over here. Boop, just dropping it in. Just dropping it in. Alright, just making a square. That's all we're doing. Alright, put in the reflection on my block. Very little paint left on my brush. Right, once the paint is not on your brush anymore, you can swipe back and forth. Or you can grab a dry brush. It's up to you. 6,000%. I am using a 16 by 20, sweetie. Alright, right here. Right now this block is even smaller. Okay, so they're getting smaller as you work your way back. Drop this in. Pull down, do a little mini reflection. And I'm going to smush this with my finger because there's paint on my brush still. And there you go. There you go. You're welcome, Katie. Alright, so, little ketchup, mustard, who wants a hamburger time? Oh, yeah. So you guys could be working on your details of your city, right? Putting in your squares, putting in your sides. You dropped your lines in. They're crooked, and we don't care. You dropped your lines in, and if they're crooked, we don't care. That's right. Kelly's husband isn't coming out to inspect our bridges. So if we have a crooked line, it's all good. Because you know what, guys? Believe it or not, some of these lines are not straight. But did you even notice that they're not straight by the time we put all the lights and reflections on there? Absolutely not. You didn't notice, and that's okay. Because once all this pretty, bright stuff is on there, once it's all pretty and bright and reflecting, no one's going to notice that this line right here, this line right there are not straight lines. No one's going to notice. So stop playing with it. Stop making it bigger. The more you play with it, the bigger it gets. You guys know this. So stop messing with it. Put your brushes down. Yes, I chopped my bangs off again. I know. I know. They'll grow. Me and the bangs have a thing. We have a love-hate relationship going on. right, 6,000%. Okay. So, ketchup, mustard, who wants a hamburger? Let's do some roll call. Okay, so I got Kelly in the house, Tina B, Britton, Rochelle, Joan, Amanda, Helen, Carolyn, Patricia, Jocelyn, Brenda, Diane, Chai, Marie, Gloria, Debbie, Panda, Cindy, Dee Dee, Christine, Jill, Corinne, Darlene, Katie, Susan, April, Eshel, Sheila, Sheena, Dale, Becky, Penny, and Jinsey. No, I don't actually breathe like that. I just accentuated it for humor. My lungs are a little bit better than that. As I choke. Woohoo! Big fam. Big fam. I know, right? All right. So, when are we going to get to the pretty stuff, right? When are we going to get to the pretty stuff, Eve? I don't know. When are we going to get to the pretty stuff? Okay, so I'm turning around, and I am going to grab Mini-Me. I'm going to go grab Mini-Me. Yes, Amanda, yes. You have a half-sister who says they just found family. You just found family, Kelly? That's amazing. That's really awesome. All right, Mini-Me, black paint. We're going to do the X's. We're going to do the X's, okay? So you're going to turn around, and you want all your X's, so you're going to put dots in. You want all your X's to meet in the middle. Close up. You want all your X's to meet in the middle. Oh, that is so cool, all right? Once you have that, okay, you're going to do your lines across the top, bam and bam, just like that. And now you're going to put your X's in. And you want them to meet in the middle. So you put your dots first down the center. And then you draw your X's to cross over each other on those dots. Alright? And then underneath this one, it's not really much going on. It's so black, so I just kind of filled it all in and blocked it all black going to the square on top. Alright, so we didn't do much with that one. Okay, next. She found you through genealogy. That's so cool. Alright, so you're going to do your two pieces across horizontally. Right, notice I'm moving my hand, not the brush. I'm moving the brush, not my hand. Flip that, reverse that, the other way. Just like on the Eiffel Tower. You guys got that. Alright, your little dots down the center. Okay. Just like that. And have your X. If you can't draw your X's so you can draw it from the dot out if you need to. Alright, if you can't do it like an X and have it meet in the middle, you can draw it from the dot out. Okay, and this way, they meet in the middle. Once you get to the side of the bridge piece, just don't even stress it. Don't even stress it. Alright. We're going to do a line across down here. Alright, so you do the line across so it meets up with the guy on the other side. Yes, I'm playing with it again. Yes, mine are going to be extra thick. Don't do as I do. Do as I say. Alright, out from the X. Out from the center to draw your X. Alright, go out from the center like this. Bam, 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 bam. Just like that. Alright, put your black line on top of your block again. There we go. Alright, so the big guy that's over here. The big guy. We don't see the top of the big guy. We don't see the top of the big guy, alright? So we're just going to do dots. One there and one there. right? We're not worried about this. So one here, 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 here. Okay, go out from the dot to make your X. So your center is in the center, right? This way, this way, this way, that way, right? Just like that. Just like that. This is going to disappear in here somewhere. We don't see where it goes. We have no idea where that goes. We're just going to put it there. All right. Now, you're going to go from this across. Right? So from this piece right here across. All right. So when Kelly's husband inspects our bridge, we have our brace. All right, so it was from this piece across to the other one, right underneath your black part. And do your X's. Okay, just like that. Whoa, look at that. All right, now we're going to go up this. So, out from the center. Okay. Throw these in. Alright, and do my square that's across. Oh my goodness, guys, look at this. You guys are painting a bridge, right? How amazing is this? You guys are doing amazing. You are so awesome, right? If you're 7 steps behind me, that's perfectly okay. I gotta move quickly because of the sake of time to keep this video on the, you know, we don't need a video that's 3 hours long. So if you're taking a little longer than me, that's totally okay. All right? It's totally okay. Don't stress keeping up with me because you can turn around and watch the replay. You can watch the replay. That's why I make the replays always available. I'm going to be moving a little quick, just because of the sake of time, all right? So, now I'm going to put the sides on my 2 squares right here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, guys. I'm going to make a darker gray. I'm using Mini-Me. I'm using Mini-Me. And we're going to turn around, and you're just going to go up at an angle, drop the sides. Then on this one, right here, up at an angle, drop the side. Right? See? So you like that little trick of having the top on there, and then you just cover the top with your sides. And now your top is the angle you need it to be, and you didn't even have to paint it in. You only had to paint one thing. You only had to paint one thing. You had to paint one line here and one line there, following the same angle, and automatically your top is exactly the way it should be. Little trick for you there, guys. A little tidbit there for yous. Okay, 6,000%. I'm gonna drop the reflection in here. Very little paint. Down, across. There we go. All right. So we're gonna get. We've got a few more black lines to do. I promise you. We only have a few more black lines to do, And then we're going to get to the pretties and the shinies. 6,000%. We are going to do the pretties and the shinies. And I just noticed the stars total. Thank you guys so much. You're all amazing. You all warm my heart. All right. And the other links are there too. Just make sure you message me so you're in the running for the free brush set. Okay. And so we've got a couple more things with black. And then we're done. And then we're going to do our white. And we're going to do our colors. And we're going to do our pretties. And anything that looks screwy, we're going to put light all over this thing. So don't stress it. If you're waiting on me, what you want to start doing is putting your windows in your buildings in the back. So I'm grabbing Mr. Nifty and white paint. And you just drop in windows. Alright, you just start dropping in windows, and if you want to be extra fancy, you can carry it down into the reflection. Alright, so as you're waiting on me, right, you just put them in different directions, different sizes, different lengths, and you just drop these windows in. And like I said, if you want to get extra fancy, you can put it in the reflection. Alright. So that's what you could be doing while you're waiting on me. Like I said, it's all up to you how you want to put these windows in. And then the guys in the back are just going to be smaller, so I did like little dots. Alright, we do little dots. Like that. Okay, so, oh, you're busy, Penny? That's okay. You know the replay is going to be available, so no worries. Alright, any which way you want your windows to be, any dots, up, down, sideways, whatever, it's all up to you, how much detail you want to put in here. Okay, don't forget over here, on these buildings that are in here and in between, right? If you turn around and you wind up going on your black, that's okay. It's all right. You don't have to stress it. All right. So you just want to start adding in your windows, Mr. Nifty and white paint. Add all the dots and dashes and dingamabobs, all that you want, whatever you want to do. Add them in. You drop them into your water and you just do the finger trick and ba-bam. You got yourself lights and your buildings and some of it reflected. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, guys. Like I said, I'm never going to do a painting I don't think you guys can do. Okay? There's a lot to this painting, but you can totally do it. And you just kind of chill out and relax. I know when you guys first saw it, all your hearts kind of skipped a beat. But that's okay. Right? It all comes in time. It all comes in practice. It is the same things I've been teaching you. How to make straight lines. How to do dashes and dabs. How to turn around and do an angle for a cube. You guys have been learning this stuff. And if you're new to me, you're learning it now. And it's all something that you guys can ascertain. It's all something that you guys can do. All right? So 6,000%. Have that faith and that confidence in yourself. Right? And you're going to be able to do this. Okay? So don't be scared. All right? Because I'll never turn around and create a painting I don't think my whole fam can do. I got you, fam. Peace. Pound it out. Give me pounds. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling the pound love. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. You guys got this. All right. We got a few more black lines to do, and then we're going to turn around and put in our pretty lights, and then we're going to do our details, and we'll be done. So we got some swoopies coming up. Make sure you have nice, thin, loose black paint. All right? So make sure... don't use the paint that's, pour a little fresh paint for yourself. Make sure it's nice and loose and thin and black. Pound! Oh, wow, Penny, you are busy. All right, pound it out, guys. Okay, so I am grabbing Tiny. I got fresh new black paint, nice and loose and thin. All right. You want to make sure that this is dry if you're going to be putting your hand on it. 6,000%. So right here, okay, you're going to go up a little bit, right, because we need the blue with the light. Okay, so you're going to go up a little bit. Make yourself a dot in the middle of here and here. And we're going to swoop, baby. So we're going to swoop from this corner to the dot. Swoop. Alright, and then we're going to swoop from this corner to the dot. Swoop. Just like that. Alright, then you're going to make another dot right next to it. And you're going to swoop from this corner to the dot. Swoop. Okay? And then you're going to swoop from this corner to the dot. And you're going to go through your bracket. Alright? So, don't stretch the bracket. You're going to go right through your bracket. And swoop that in. Now, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Alright, next swoop. Alright, you're going to go above your black here, in the middle of these two things. Okay, so in the middle of these two things, you're going to go with your black above you're right there. Alright, you're going to go from here to there. Swoop. Just like that. Okay, and then this one, you're going to go right off the top of your canvas, about a finger or two over. Shoop. There it is. Shoop. There it is. Alright, you're going to put in your other dot, which is going to be over here. You're going to go from this corner now. Shoop. Whoop. Whoop, up, gonna, see, it's all right, I'm gonna cover it with light, it doesn't matter, it's all good, see, these things happen, I'm not perfect either. All right, now we're going off the canvas over here, so I'm gonna go a couple fingers over, make a mark, and swoop to this part. Okay, so now you're just going to turn around and from up here somewhere, you're going to swoop down out that way and you're going to swoop out that way. Okay, so I will give you a close-up of all right, and then on this side, okay, you're going to go on the top of here and swoop this way. And you're going to go on the top of here and swoop that way. Right? If your side is all the way to where it's not finished. Alright? Now, do I have the weirdest, wonkiest swoop line right here? I do. Does it matter to me? Absolutely not. You know why? Because I'm going to be putting white dots and light on it. So, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Okay. So, the next thing we want to do is we're going to grab Big Boy. We're going to grab Big Boy. We're going to grab some black paint. Right? Nice and loose and thin on the edge. And we're going to put our... oops, sorry. Kicked you guys again. We're going to put our coastline back in. Holding my brush back here. Nice and fast movement. Bam, right across. Right across. Just like that. There it is. Now, I'm going to swirl tap that big boy, and we're going to get to the pretties. We're going to get to the pretties. Yes, we are. All right. So, we're going to do our blue stripe going across the top. Yes, it's time for lights, baby. So, we're going to do this piece right here. Then we're going to do a whole bunch of white dots and dashes and things. And then we're going to fill them in with color. And you guys are going to be all set. 6,000%. All right. Big boy in the house. I'm grabbing white and I'm grabbing blue. Let's get some pretty colors on this thing. Oh, yeah. So we're grabbing white and I'm grabbing blue. Okay. And we're going to go over here. Now, these guys, you want to go so you don't cover them up. If you wind up covering them up, you can paint them back in again. No worries. So you are just going to go on the top of your black, right, underneath your dots, and then over on this side, so, right, and then down here, you're going to swoop that in down here too. Alright, swoop this across. And if you wind up going on top of your bracket, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You can always paint it back in. So if it's being a pain, you could always paint it back in. And you know me, I don't stay in my lines anyway. So we're swooping this across. You're going to swoop it on the bottom too. Swoop. Okay. Up here. Down here. Alright, very little paint for the bottom. We're going to go on the other side of this shadow because it would be on the other side of the bridge. We're going to put a little hint of it being on this side. Just like that. Alright. I'm going to grab my black paint. I'm going to retighten my lines up. So tighten that line up. Tighten this line up. Tighten this line up. Just like that. And then in your blue is the brackets. Okay, so you just want to do lines down. So there's brackets in the blue. And then you're going to do it's like this. So you're going to do make a triangle, so one line is the center of your triangle, and then you're going to add the pieces from the other part. That. Okay. Put this in here, just like that. And then if you want to add a little hint of the shadow, with hardly any paint on my brush, I am just going to go my blue line over here and on this side, and maybe do some crossways. Am I even matching it up to what's on top? No. Well, you're not. I'm just putting in a hint of it. That's it. Very little paint on my brush, and we just put a little tiny hint in there. That's all we did. So, now we're going to put all of our white in, and then we're going to do our colors, and we're going to be all set with the reflections and the pretty lights and all of this stuff. You're going to catch the replay. Have a great rest. Bye, April. You have a great evening as well. I have two. Guys, say a prayer for me. I have back-to-back shows this weekend. I have to, when I'm done showing this awesome painting, you guys, I have to literally pack the whole car up. I'm going to Smithville tomorrow. Smithville, New Jersey. Yeah, so if you're ever in New Jersey, you should go to Smithville. It's this like historic town, and it's all shops and you know, little like bakeries and places to get treats and all of that stuff. You should definitely 6,000% visit Smithville. I'm going there tomorrow, and then on Sunday I'm going to Asbury, which is another tourist town. I'm going to be doing the face painting. So as you guys saw my video with the face painting, so I'm going to be going there on Sunday. So I am not going to exist come Monday. I am not going to exist come Monday. That is for sure. 6,000%. So the rest of this painting is pretty little lights, guys. So get your clean white paint. Get your mini-me. And we're just going to start making copious amounts of dots. Lots and lots and lots of dots. And for your city, I'm going to grab Mr. Nifty. We're going to grab Mr. Nifty. And on the city here, you're going to turn around and put white dots going all the way across. Okay? All the way across. Right? These are our lamps. So you want to put those white dots going all the way across above your coastline. And if you want to get really particular, you can take black paint and you can draw a line to those dots. So if you want to get really, really, really into the detail, you can draw the lamp posts. Okay? And then what you want to do is you're going to take Tiny. I know I said grab mini-me. We're going to go with Tiny first. I'm going to grab Tiny with white paint. And underneath every single one of these dots, I'm going to do a line. So dot, line, dot, line, dot, line, line. Okay, so underneath every single one of those dots, you're going to do a line. Right? Once you do that line, take your finger, you smudge it out. Okay, because that's where the yellow is going to go for the lights across the city. That's where, see on the original, the yellow from the lights across the city. Okay, guys? So that's what you're doing with the white dots. Now, it's up to you how anal you want it. Oops. How particular you want to get about your circles. Okay, so the rest of our dots, right, are all circles. It's up to you how particular you want to get. You can take mini-me and just dab white paint. Or you can take Tiny and make all the little circles. That is up to you. That's okay, Joan. Let it dry. Let it dry and paint over it, doll. It's all good. Okay, so Like I said, that is up to you. Or just add the lights, babe. Once you add all the lights and the shiny parts, you're not going to notice anything else. Alright, so I got tiny in my hand, and I'm going to follow my string. Okay, the ones behind the bracket go in between your bracket. So you're going to add all these dots to your loop. When you get to where it is in the bracket, you go around the bracket. And you just follow your swoops from before. You're just going to follow your swoops from before. And like I said, you can turn around, and if you need to, if you want to make perfect circles, you can make perfect circles. I'm going to grab Mini-Me because these dots are going to be bigger now. So I am going to follow along, make these dots bigger because they're closer to us. And like I said, go around your bracket, and these are in front of the bracket. So just follow that black line, okay? Because if you look away and you try, you know, you're gonna wind up getting like lost in all your lines. So just that swoop we made, just follow that line. Don't look at the rest of the painting. Keep your eye focused on that line and just go through the line. And then if you hit a piece that's like this, skip over it and keep following that line. Okay? So don't look at the rest of the painting because your eyes are going to go crossways and you're going to lose track of where your dots are. That's what's going to happen. So you want to just follow that line. Okay? And then across the whole top of the blue area. Alright? Across the whole top of the blue area. Bam, bam. Okay, and when you hit this bracket here, skip over it. So you're just going to go across the whole top of your blue area. Just like that. And then you're going to come down here. And you're going to do little flicky-doos. Jill, are you still here? Flickadoos. You're going to do flickadoos. Flickadoos. Following the blue you put down there. Flickadoos. There they are. And they're going to be on this side too. This little piece you put right there. Flickadoos. Okay. And I'm just going to soften these out. Make them a little bit bigger. Play with them a little bit. Alright. There's no paint on my brush. I'm just playing. Okay. Flickadoos. And then we're going to grab some more white. And you're going to do boop, 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 boop. Across your brace, whatever these are. And then you're going to do little lines going down. Right? Follow this angle. Then go across. Right? Go to your reflection. Put some little hint of this going on. Right, over here, okay, you're going to follow that angle, right there, and then you're going to go across, go to where your reflection was, and doot, 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 and over here somewhere, got some stuff going on right there, okay, and then you're going to do lines coming from the bottom of your bracket to those dots. Okay, so you're going to do white lines from the bottom of your bracket to those dots that you made. Nice and soft, not you know, have them be see-through. It could be see-through. It's all good. Okay, you don't have to make them white, 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 white. If you notice, some of them are brighter than others, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Okay, so Now, next thing we're going to do is add our colors. That's it. So, those of you that were stressing and were like, this isn't right, that once you add all of this fun, pretty light reflecting and colors and all of that good stuff, you're not going to notice. Alright, so next thing we want to do is take Mini Me and we're going to make light blue. We're going to make light blue, so some blue and some white. Blue and some white. We're going to come into our water where these things are doing the loopy-doos. Okay, so where your base is, you're going to come out from that. And you're going to put in these pieces of highlight of these reflections into your water. Okay, very little paint, and you just want to make like a little triangular shape because that's what it's doing on top. Not stressing it. You can put some of the blue on the other side if you want. Right, just little hints of it here and there. Okay, then you're going to go in with the blue and you're going to color in all of your dots on your strings. Alright, so all of the dots on your strings, you're going to color in with the light blue. I got to grab more blue paint. Alright, so anybody else like try to use like the amount of paint that's on your palette, like you just got to get the like last drop of it. And then it starts mixing in with like funky stuff because you've been dipping into it the whole time. And you really, you're going to start the whole thing tomorrow? Okay, Debbie, no worries. And then you get all this funky stuff happening because the paint has stuff mixed into it and you want to get like that absolute last drop out of your palette before you squeeze more. Don't do that. Because you're going to get all those weird colors. So I just went and got brand new paint for this. Clean blue and clean white. Okay, clean blue and clean white. And like I said, if you want to be really extra careful with this and do circles for every single one, it's up to you how many, how I did that on the original, right? So my original has everything on here being like these perfect little circles. Okay? I don't have to do it again. I don't have to do it again. So I'm just dabbing this on tonight. But if you want to go in and make all of this perfect little circles, you can. And hello, Joanne. How you doing, sweetie? And you can go in when we do the details. You can clean up your brackets and everything else. Okay, so swirl, tap, dab my brush, and here I did red lights. So I'm going to grab my white and my red, right? And we're going to do these guys now. Right, white and red first. And then we're going to go back in with just red once it dries. So, like I said, if you, I'll show you the original, and I did like perfect little circles for every single one of these. So that is up to you, what you want to do. Okay, and now I'm just going to put in the red and white in a line, coming from the bottom of the bracket. Okay, so red and white in a line coming from the, oop, no red on there, the bottom of the bracket here. over here. Oh, I lost my bracket on that last one. Let me put that back in. I painted the color over this bracket, so let me put the bracket back in. Whoops! There we go. So I'll just put that back in. It's supposed to be from the bottom of the bracket. Whoopsie-doo. Whoopsie-doo. So we'll just put the bracket back in. Whatever this is. Okay. And swirl, tap, dab my brush. Alright, so if you see in my original, I did everything a perfect circle. See that? See those? Right? On the brackets, okay? On my part right there on the string. Alright, so it's up to you guys if you want to do perfect circle. See my little wonky line right there? I bet you nobody noticed that wonky line looking at my whole painting. Right? So keep that in mind, guys. Don't be that hard on yourselves. Because once you add all these pretty little things, no one's going to notice. Alright, so I did all these perfect little circles because I'm insane. And, yes, healing wishes to you, Joanne. So that is up to you if you want to do perfect little circles on yours. Completely up to you. Alright, so now I'm going to grab my white and yellow. I'm going to grab my white and yellow. Alright, I'm going to grab some white and yellow with Tiny. Make sure he's nice and clean. Make sure your white is nice and clean. So white and yellow, and you're welcome. And I'm going to do my lights across my city. Right, just little dots. Those white dots that you made before. Okay, we're just going to add our dots going across our city. White and yellow. Clean white, guys. Clean white and clean yellow. I know, I do the same thing. Trying to sneak some more paint out. But you want clean white and clean yellow. Alright, then we're going to do our lines through the water to match up with our dots. Underneath our coastline, our little black coastline line that we did, you're going underneath that. Okay, so a couple weeks ago I did the how-to on reflections. Alright, this painting has all those types of reflections in it. Alright, once I have that on there, I'm going to take, let it set for like 2 seconds. And now I'm going to take my finger and pull down. Right, nice clean finger. Find a clean finger, people. I use my thumb because he's nice and clean. And I'm going to smush it across. Right, because he's nice and clean. Alright, now, we got to do these guys up here. So I'm going to grab Mini-Me. I'm going to grab Mini-Me, right? Swirl, tap, dab, Mini-Me. Make sure I get clean white paint and my yellow. And we're going to fill these in now. Alright. So, we're going to fill these in, and then you're going to turn around, and I'm going to do roll call one more time, because I like doing it. And then we're going to, I'm going to show you how to tighten up your details. Alright, so to tighten this all up, there's just a few little details you want to add in. And we're going to do the second coat on the red and the second coat on the yellow. Right? And we got to do our water lines. Right? So we're going to do our water lines once it's all said and done. And every time you see me leaving, I'm grabbing more paint. So I'm using the same little smush of paint on my brush for the majority of this, right? Small amounts of paint, guys. Small amounts of paint. Okay, so if you notice, when I left the canvas, I grabbed more paint. Did you notice how many lines I did with that one little grab of paint? Okay, so small amounts of paint, people. Right, now on this side, over here a little bit. Okay, so now we got the pretties in there. Oh yeah, 6,000%. All right, I'll let you go get the whole view of the whole painting. All right, so we only have, woo! I grabbed my soda, all set, because I got to pack the car when we're all done. Okay, now those of you that are saying you're going to start over, and those of you who are saying that you messed up, number one, that is totally okay. All right, that is totally okay to screw up. In fact, I'm going to tell you a little story. All right, so next Friday is our clowns. Who's excited, right? I am very, very excited, right? So we're doing our creepy circus, okay, in our woods. Hey, Tina B, FYI, just to let you know, when you did the one painting last year, I don't remember which one it was, you put green mist going throughout your woods, and I liked it so much that that's where I got the idea from for the mist in the woods. So just to let you guys know, you inspire me just as much as you say I inspire you. So keep that in mind and share your creations. There's a spot on the event page to post your picture, right? Or if you post it somewhere else, that is fine. Going Rogue is 6,000% supported, okay? And it was your Friday the 13th painting. Okay, so anyway, you inspired me. So you guys inspire me just as much as I inspire you. So that is next Friday. So this is the story. This one's coming up. That there's not going to be any Friday night paint party on the 30th. Okay? So you guys are going to have to spend your Friday nights another way. So the 30th, there's no paint party. Okay? Watch one of my replay videos. Do whatever you're going to do. But we're not going to have a video on the 30th. Alright? So next week is the clowns. Then I am not going to be doing a video on the 30th. So then October 7th is our kitty cat. Okay. So here's my story, guys. When I was painting this did not come out anything like my original plan. Just to give you a heads up. Number one, I wanted to do Jill's idea of the witch and the moon. Okay? That didn't happen. Number two is I wanted to do the cat coming out of the pumpkin. That didn't happen. Alright? Number three, I was going to do a pair of witch's shoes with the broom. That didn't happen. Right? Because as I was painting, there's certain things that didn't happen. Number one, the cat with the hat made it very difficult to put a witch in the moon without it looking weird or busy, okay? Number two is when I drew in the cat, I missed putting it in the pumpkin. Like when I put my lines in for the cat, it did not match up the way I wanted it to. So the cat wound up not being in the pumpkin. My broom, the more you play with it, the bigger it gets. So the broom wound up taking up all the space where I was going to put the witch's shoes. Okay, guys? So 6,000%, you can screw up. This is acrylic paint. You could always paint over it. Number two, you can add details and little fun things, and it's going to become something you created that's going to be amazing. So those of you that are, I screwed up, or, you're a little stressed out right now, my whole motto is have fun and go create, okay? So I want you guys to have fun. I want you to take woosah moments. I want you to relax a little bit and go with the flow. Sometimes the paint's going to do whatever it wants to do. And you know what? Sometimes it's just better if you go along with it. All right? So I've had to learn that in life, right? I had to take my grip. I had to loosen my grip and allow things to just happen. And what happened is this. All right? So just to let you guys know, this is going to be on the 7th. Kelly says she loves this. Thank you so very much. And we're going to paint this. But I wanted to tell you the story, how this came about. And this was nothing that I planned. Nothing. Not one piece. Except maybe the moon. The moon is the only thing that came out exactly how I planned. Everything else just happened. You love the kid. You have 3. I know, Tina B. You got a house full of little fur babies. Okay. So the last few things you want to do with this one, and then I have to pack my car up, and we're going to have to call it an evening. So the last few things you're going to do with this painting is, I'm going to go in with just the color now. You have 2. I know I have to do a kitty cat painting for you guys because you have your little fur babies. All right, so I'm going to go in with just the color now, and I'm going to brighten up all my yellows. Okay, so I'm going in with just yellow. Just the yellow now, and I'm going to brighten all of this up. Okay, every little piece that was yellow, you want to hit with yellow again. All right, brighten that all out. Again, find a clean finger. Pull sideways. Okay, you're going to brighten all of this yellow down here. Okay, so you're going to go in with this yellow and brighten all of this up. You're going to brighten all your dots on top with just the yellow now. Okay, so you're going to do that. You're going to brighten all of your reds. All right, so I'm going to swirl, tap, dab my brush. I'm going to grab just red. And we're going to go in and we're going to make all of this that was pink into reds. A little zigzag zoom moment. Okay, a little zigzag zoom moment. Oh, and the shirts are in the works. Okay, so we're still working on the shirts. Okay, so I'm going to add just the red to where all the pink areas were. A little zigzag zoom moment over here. With my red paint. Right? Pretty, pretty, pretty. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, brighten these all up with the red. Alright, so that's why I support you guys going rogue. That's why I support you guys, you know, if you make mistakes, it's okay. It's alright. I learn, most of the stuff I've learned painting is because I screwed it up. I screwed it up, and sometimes I think I'm a better fixer than I am a painter. Because it's going to happen. Right? We're human. We're not perfect. There's only one perfect thing in this whole entire world, and that is our higher power up above, right? So that, we are not gods. We are just little human beings trying to make the best that we can do. And that's all I have to remember. Okay, so there's so many. How many times have you guys seen me screw up? How many times? Like a lot, right? So it's all good. All right, so now you want to take your black paint and you want to turn around and tighten up your bridge lines. All right, so I'm taking Mini-Me and I'm taking the black paint. So anywhere I wound up schmoozing or smushing or something and I wound up killing the crispness of my lines, I want to take, like right here. Like right here is looking a little mushy, right? Right in this area right here. So I'm going to take my black paint and I'm going to tighten that up. Okay, I'm going to tighten that up. So you just take your black paint and you tighten all of your lines up. Okay, now over on this bracket, right, some lights wound up being a little rogue. So I'm going to tighten up that piece right there. Okay, my crisscrosses, I wound up city lights and all sorts of stuff happening, so you want to tighten those up. Okay, so you want to go ahead and tighten up all of your lines of where you might wound up going over with some of your lights and some of your smushing. Alright, so you just tighten these all back up again. So I'm going to tighten that piece up, you know, where my brackets are, right? So let's tighten this up. Okay, tighten up my X's again. Okay, so anywhere that needs tightening up. Number two, the other detail that I added to the bridge is I put in where the X's connect, I put in square pieces right where the two X's connect and filled that in. Alright, so on wherever the X is connected on the sides of my pillars, I put in these little square pieces. Okay, so you can add those to your bridge if you want to, right? So I just went out to there and then pulled down and then colored it in. I did that on every single spot of where my X is connected. Okay, and the very last thing you're going to do is you want to get clean white paint. You want to make sure everything is dry. Alright, you want to loosen your white paint up a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to grab clean white paint. I'm not going to be lazy and try to use the paint that's on my palette. Theme of the evening. Grab clean paint. That if you take anything out of this whole video, grab clean paint. Alright, and if you have any questions for me, now is the time to ask, because we are finishing up. So I've got clean white paint right there. And I'm swirl tap dabbing Tiny, getting him nice and clean. I'm going to put a few drops of water into my white paint to get it nice and loose and thin. Alright, and now I'm going to go in and we're going to do our water lines. So once everything is dry, you're going to zigzag zoom water lines and you're going to tighten this all up. Alright, so like right here on this guy, I'm going to zigzag zoom where the bracket meets the water. Okay, now not too many because still water is what has the reflection. Okay, and then out from the side where the angle is, I actually turned around and drew my angle in. And then I did zigzag zoom. Now your zigzag zoom should be straight across. And I did my zigzag zoom around that. Alright? So that's way too much water lines. I went a little thick. So let's do better on this one. Okay, so you're going to zigzag zoom across the bottom. Alright, and you want it to be a nice thin white line. I went a little thick on the other one. Okay, so you're going to zigzag zoom across the bottom. And then for here, I actually drew the angle in. And then zigzag zoom that out. Okay, so you want to do your water. You're going to do your water line. Now you want to make sure it's really, really, really tiny. You're going to do your water line across the black area here. Right, and you want to make sure it's really tiny. So you're going to do your water line across this area. Right, you got to do your water line on the bracket that's back here. Alright, zigzag zoom. And now you can add a water line wherever your little heart desires. Okay, so right in here, right, because it's flowing under the bridge. I'm going to do some water lines over this. Right, and let's see, back here and here a little bit, right? I'm going to do some water lines back in here. Right, because it's flowing out from under the bridge. Okay, so you want to add all these little water lines in, and as you go towards your city, you just want to make sure you get smaller and smaller. That's all. All right, and that's how you're going to do that. And that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are all done. Well, I'm all done with showing you what you need to know to draw city lights. 6,000%. So, I don't know what Tuesday's going to be. If there's something on a how-to Tuesday you want me to show you, message me. I always take your ideas into consideration. You guys know that. You can post your finished works on the event page, 6,000%. Right, we share as a family. I'm always totally excited to see what you guys do. The bright accents are what brings this painting to life. Absolutely. Absolutely, right? We spent an hour and whatever doing the blacks and the blues and the reds and all the muted tones, and then you add all this bright, pretty stuff, and it all just comes together. So, guys, just stick with it. It's a lot of fun. It comes out really cool having all the lights. You can get as particular as you want. You can turn around and keep it soft and flowing. I know Kelly likes to paint like that. Tina, don't get hung up on the details. Joan, you have this. Just breathe, doll baby. Debbie, same thing. Okay, so tomorrow you may look at it and be like, oh, it's really not that bad. I just need to add a few things to it, and it's going to pop, and it's going to be amazing. So keep that all in mind, everybody. Next Friday is our creepy clowns. All right, if you don't want to do the clowns, you could just do the mist through the woods and add something else. That's Rogue is so supported. You guys know that. The roll call was epic tonight. Thank you so much for the stars, everybody. Y'all warmed my heart with that. Thank you so much, Carolyn. Much success with your busy weekend I have ahead. Thank you so much for that, Carolyn. I really appreciate that. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. And you really all do warm my heart. And thank you so much for the stars. You guys keep the lights on. And the PayPal, the Cash App, the Venmos, okay, 6,000%. All right, I want to be able to do this. If you don't have the, I get it. Sharing totally works too. Our family is growing because you guys hit that share button. Absolutely. Ishelle, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you come back for more torture. Thank you so much to the newbies in the house. Okay, so we had Ishelle joining us for the first time, and we had Jocelyn joining us for the first time, and we had Dale popped in for the first time, and I think Corinne was another one. So thank you guys so much. All right, yeah, I'll see everybody on Tuesday. I have no idea what I'm going to do. We'll figure it out. And one thing at a time. I got to get through this weekend is what I got to do. Thank you so much, Joan, for the stars. You're amazing. Your paintings are amazing. You bring such joy to your paintings. So keep at it, sweetheart. I've been doing this a long time. So have a little patience with yourself, okay? And you guys are all superstars. I love every single one of you. So on that note, because I'm getting all choked up, I'm gonna call it. Have a great night. You all warm my heart. Have fun and go create. Okay? Mwah. Good night, everybody.